Hello friends, in this session let us go through some sample programs to familiarize pointers in C. Let us get into the fundamental concept of pointers. Now we are discussing the same program which we have already discussed in the theory session. Let us initially start with the designing of the algorithm. Step 1, start. Step 2, create an integer and pointer variable. Step 3, copy the address of the integer variable into the pointer variable. Step 4, display the different values associated with these variables. A, display address of integer variable. B, display the address of integer variable using pointer variable. C, display the address of the pointer variable. D, display the value of pointer variable. E, display the value of integer variable. F, display the value of integer variable using the address of the integer variable. G, display the value of the integer variable using the pointer variable. Step 5, stop. Let us now code this program. Hash include stdio.h. We start the main function, main within curly brace int I equal to 5, then declare the pointer variable int star j and j equal to ampersand sign I, then printf address of I equal to percentage u ampersand sign I, printf address of I equal to percentage u j, printf address of j equal to percentage u ampersand sign j, printf value of j equal to percentage u j and printf value of I equal to percentage d I and printf value of I equal to percentage d star within braces ampersand sign I, then close the parenthesis and printf value of I equal to percentage d star j, then close the curly brace. Now we will compile this program and execute it and see the results. Now you can see the output, address of I equal to that address of the memory location. This number may vary for different execution of the program. You can see the address of I, that is a memory location number, and address of j you can see another number, and value of j equal to the number and value of I equal to 5 and value of I equal to 5 and value of I equal to 5. So, we already found the output of the program in the theory session. We shall again discuss the variations in the output in the session. As usual, the program begins with the main function and we create two variables. One is an integer variable I with value 5 and another is a pointer variable j assigned with the address of previously created integer variable I. The rest of the program shows different values handled by both these variables. First we will print the address of I using ampersand sign I. This address varies in each execution as we already discussed. Next we will print the address of I using the pointer variable j which hold the address of I. The next time of the program prints the address of j using the ampersand sign operator followed by displaying the value of j and I. J displays the address of I and I displays the value in I. The program tries to print the value of I in two different manner, one using both the ampersand sign and star operator on the integer variable and other using the star operator on j. Now let us move to the next program. Demonstrate the working of incrementing and decrementing pointers. Let us start with a simple program of pointers to demonstrate the working of increment and decrement operators on pointers. First, we would write the algorithm. Step 1, start. Step 2, initialize an integer variable x and pointer variable ptr. Step 3, assign x is equal to 20 and address of x into pointer variable ptr. Step 4, print the actual address held by the pointer variable. Step 5, display the incremented value of pointer address ptr equal to ptr plus 1. Step 6, display the decremented value of pointer address ptr equal to ptr minus 1. Step 7, print the actual value pointed by the pointer variable star ptr. Step 8, increment and print the value pointed by the pointer variable using plus plus star ptr. Step 9, decrement and print the value pointed by the pointer variable using minus minus star ptr. Step 10, stop. Let us now type this program hash include stdio.h int main within curly brace type int x is equal to 20 int star ptr equal to ampersand sign x, then printf actual address inside ptr percentage u comma ptr, then ptr equal to ptr plus 1, then printf incremented ptr address percentage u comma ptr, then ptr equal to ptr minus 1, printf decremented ptr address percentage u comma ptr, then printf actual value pointed by the pointer ptr percentage u comma star ptr, and printf incremented value pointed by the pointer percentage u comma plus plus star ptr. Then printf decremented value pointed by the pointer percentage u comma minus minus star ptr, then return 0, close the curly brace. Now, let us compile this program and see. Since there is no error, you can execute it and see the results. You can see that actual address inside ptr, you can see the address of the memory location. Then incremented ptr address, you can see that this address is incremented, and decremented ptr address, now you can see that it is decremented. Then the actual value pointed by the pointer ptr, that is 20, and incremented value pointed by the pointer, that is 21, and decremented value pointed by the pointer, that is equal to 20. The program starts by including the header file. In the main function, we initialize two variables. One is a pointer variable and other is an integer variable. First, we assign an integer value, say 20, into the integer variable. Then we assign the address of x into the pointer. In the first level of the program, we print the actual address of the pointer, followed by an incremented and decremented statement, that is ptr equal to ptr plus 1 and ptr equal to ptr minus 1 respectively. In these statements, we perform the increment and decrement operations on the address. So, it shows the address as incremented ptr address and that address, and decremented ptr address, and it shows the decremented value. In the next level of the program, we perform increment decrement operations on the actual value pointed by the pointer. So, the last two operations affects only the value 20, which pointed by the pointer. Now, let us move to the next program. In this program, we will discuss about how the array elements will be accessed using the pointer. First, we shall consider the algorithm. Step 1, start. Step 2, initialize 3 variables and array variable holding 5 elements and loop control variable and a pointer variable. Step 3, read n, the number of elements into the array. Step 4, assign the stat address of the array into the pointer variable. Step 5, print the entire array value using the pointer. Step 6, stop. Now, let us type this program. Hash include stdio.h, then declare the main function int main within curly brace int, then declare the array data of size 5, then I and star pa, printf enter elements, then start the for loop for I equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus, scanf percentage d ampersand sign data of I, then pa equal to address of data 0, printf you entered, then start the for loop for I equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus, then start the curly brace printf percentage d comma star pa, then pa plus plus, then close the curly brace, return 0 and you close the final curly brace. Let us now compile this program and see there is no error. Now, you can execute this program and see the output. Enter elements 20, then 30, 40, 50 and 60. Then you can see that you entered 20, 30, 40, 50 and 60. Here in this program we create an array of size 5. The program will read all the 5 elements that we have entered. In the next line we point the pointer into the start position of the array. With the help of this pointer and the for loop, we print all elements in the array from the first cell to last. Now, let us see the next program to demonstrate the working of pointers in arrays. There may be a situation when we want to maintain an array which can store pointers to an int or char or any other data type available. Next two programs explain how we can handle the integer and pointer arrays. First is pointers in integer arrays. You can see the algorithm. Step 1, start. Step 2, assign the values 10, 100, 200 to the array and var. Step 3, assign array var to the pointer array ptr. Step 4, print pointer array ptr, and step 5, stop. Now, let us type this algorithm. Hash include stdio.h, then within main int main, start the curly brace int, you declare the array var and define the array using 3 values 10, 100 and 200, then int I comma star ptr of size 3 for I equal to 0, I less than 3, I plus plus, then ptr of I equal to ampersand sign var of I. Here we are assign the address of integer. Then next for loop for I equal to 0, I less than 3, I plus plus, then printf value of var percentage d equal to percentage d comma I comma star ptr of I, then return 0, then close the curly brace. So, now we will compile this program and see there is no error. Now, we will execute it and see the output. You can see the output as value of var 0 equal to 10, value of var 1 equal to 100 and value of var 2 equal to 200. In this program, initially we create an array and insert numerical values 10, 100, 200 into the array. Then we create a loop control integer variable I and an integer value ptr with the maximum size of 3. Next we use a for loop and variable I. We assign the address of each integer values of the array into a corresponding pointer array. For example, address of var 0 is assigned to ptr of 0. At last, we print all the values in the array using the addresses in the pointer array. For example, the value inside ptr 0, that is star ptr 0, will display the value in the 0th index. Now, let us see the second program, that is pointers in character arrays. We can also use an array of pointers to characters to store a list of strings as follows. Let us see the algorithm. Step 1, start. Step 2, assign the strings name 1, name 2, name 3 and name 4 to the array names. Step 4, print the character array, and step 5, stop. Let us now type this program. Hash include stdio.h int main within curly brace char star names equal to within curly brace, then within inverted commas you can write name 1 comma name 2, name 3 and name 4, then close the curly brace, then declare int I equal to 0, then start the for loop for I equal to 0, I less than 4, I plus plus, printf value of names percentage d equal to percentage s comma I comma names of I, then return 0, then close the curly brace. Now, we can compile this program and after that you can execute it, then see the output, that is value of names 0 equal to name 1, then value of names 1 equal to name 2 and value of names 2 equal to name 3 and value of names 3 equal to name 4. Similar to the previous program, here first we will create a pointer character array which holds 4 different names. This array is a pointer character array, so that it can point to several strings. So, in this program names of I can add into for loop and then can display all the strings pointed by the character pointer array. Now, let us move to the next program to demonstrate the use of pointers in static and dynamic memory allocation using malloc function. Let us now see the algorithm. Step 1, start. Step 2, allocate character variable mem allocation using malloc function. Step 3, if mem allocation is null, go to step 4, else go to step 5. Step 4, print not able to allocate requested memory. Step 5, copy the content sample program to mem allocation. Step 6, print value of mem allocation. Step 7, free mem allocation, and step 8, stop. Let us now code this program. Hash include stdio.h. Now, we have to include the header file for supporting string functions, that is hash include string.h and hash include stdlib.h. Then start the main function int main within curly brace char star mem allocation. You can comment this, that is memory is allocated dynamically. Then mem allocation equal to malloc within parenthesis 20 into size of char, then close the parenthesis, then if mem allocation equal to null, then printf not able to allocate requested memory, else strcpy mem allocation comma sample program, then printf dynamically allocated memory content percentage s comma mem allocation. Then you can free the memory using free mem allocation, then close the curly brace. We start the program by allocating character variable mem allocation using malloc function to dynamically allocate memory. The malloc function dynamically allocates memory when required. This function allocates size bytes of memory and returns a pointer in the first byte or null if there is some kind of error. Suppose the memory allocation is null, then we print not able to allocate requested memory, else we print the value of mem allocation. Now, let us see the output of the program. You can see that dynamically allocated memory content sample program. Now, let us see the second program using calloc function. See the algorithm. Step 1 start. Step 2 allocate character variable mem allocation using calloc function. Step 3 if mem allocation is null, go to step 4, else go to step 5. Step 4 print not able to allocate requested memory. Step 5 copy the content sample program to mem allocation. Step 6 print value of mem allocation. Step 7 free mem allocation, and step 8 stop. Now, let us go through the implementation of the algorithm as a C program. Let us type this program hash include stdio.h, hash include string.h and hash include stdlib.h, int main within curly brace char star mem allocation. In command line you can say that memory is allocated dynamically, then mem allocation equal to calloc within parenthesis 20 comma size of char, then close the parenthesis. If mem allocation equal to null, then printf not able to allocate requested memory, else strcpy within parenthesis mem allocation comma sample program, then printf dynamically allocated memory content percentage s comma mem allocation. Then you can free the allotted memory using free mem allocation, then close the curly brace. Now, we can compile this program and see for the errors. Since there is no error, you can execute it and see the output. You can see the output will be like dynamically allocated memory content sample program. This program describes about pointers using calloc function. The program is same as the previous program except in the function usage. Here we are using calloc function. The C library function void star calloc size t n items size t size allocates the requested memory and returns a pointer to it. The difference in malloc and calloc is that malloc does not set the memory to 0, whereas calloc sets allocated memory to 0. So, here first we allocate character variable mem allocation using calloc function. Then we check mem allocation is null or not. If it is null, then print not able to allocate requested memory, else copy the content sample program to mem allocation, then print value of mem allocation and finally, free the memory allocated, that is mem allocation. Now, let us see the next program. To swap two numbers using pointers and function. Let us see the algorithm first. Step 1, start. Step 2, in the main function, step A, assign the integer numbers num1 equal to 5 and num2 equal to 10. Step B, call function swap passing the addresses of num1 and num2. Step C, print the value num1 and num2. Step 3, in the swap function, step A, accept the value of num1 and num2. Step B, set a temporary variable temp to star A. Step C, set star A equal to star B. Step D, set star B equal to temp, and step 4, stop. Now, let us go through the implementation of this program as a C program. Let us first type this program hash include stdio.h. Now, you can declare the function swap, that is void swap with the parameters int star A and int star B. Then you can start the main function int main within curly brace int num1 equal to 5, num2 equal to 10. Then call swap ampersand sign num1 comma ampersand sign num2, that is address of num1 and num2 is passed to swap. Printf number 1 equal to percentage d num1 and printf number 2 equal to percentage d num2. Then return 0, then close the brace. Then void swap with the parameters int star A, int star B, then within curly brace int temp, temp equal to star A equal to star B, then star B equal to temp, then close the curly brace. Now, you can compile this program and then execute it. You can see the result num1 equal to 10, num2 equal to 5. When an argument is passed using pointer, the address of the memory location is passed instead of value. The address of memory location num1 and num2 are passed to the function and the pointers star A and star B accept those values. So, the pointer A and B points to the address of num1 and num2 respectively. When the values of the pointers are changed, the values in memory location are also changed correspondingly. Hence, change made to star A and star B is reflected in num1 and num2 of the main function. This technique is also called as call by reference in C programming. Hope you all are really enjoying C. Thank you very much for watching this program. Let us meet in another session with more interesting features in C. Till then, bye.